All right, good morning, everyone. We'll quickly continue with our 1 week, 7 days free data analysis using Excel. So this is day two. Today we'll be talking about mastering Excel formulas and functions. I'm by name God's Miracle Ibitayo. I'm still your facilitator. All right. What are formulas and functions? Formulas are instructions you write in Excel to perform calculations. So this is an example of a formula equals to 2 plus 3. So what this will do, when you type this um, on a field in Excel, it's going to give you 5 equals to 2 plus 3. So let's do that. Alright, so this is an empty worksheet on Excel. So when you type equals to 2 plus 3 and you press enter. Now, before you press enter, note what you are typing here is also showing here. And remember I said in our previous class that this is the formula bar. So equals to 2 plus 3 on your A1 cell, A1 cell, your name box A1. So when you press enter, what you get is 5. Alright, so that's a formula. It's just a simple instruction. Alright, so now on functions, what are functions? Functions are formulas that are already predefined and that we use to make calculations easier. So let's say we add want to add numbers in a range. Let's say we want to add numbers in a range from, okay, we want to add the price from, this is B2 50, B3 30, B4 40, B5 100. So if we want to calculate this price column, we use what we call a formula for that. And formula also starts with equals to, then the formula for adding, for summation, is sum equals to sum. So it's, you see, it's a preview here, it adds numbers. When you click enter, it's going to give you the syntax. So it gives us the range, the numbers in the range, A1 to A3 or whatsoever. Alright, so now how do we use formula in Excel? If you guys can see here, it starts with equals to. All formulas in Excel starts with equals to sign, starts with equals to. Alright, and we must have a number or a cell to reference. Okay, now like I said, let's say I want to make a calculation for the price of all these products. Okay, here we have product. The first product, apples 50, it's 15 naira. Banana 30, oranges 40, grapes 400. Let's say we want to get a total for this price for this particular column. So let me just type in total here. So type in total here. Then I want to get the summation for this. What I need to do is to do equals to sum, and now this, I will start referencing the cell. Remember, we are referencing the numerical cells, the cells with numbers. So the price is under column B, and it's from B2, that's where apple, the price for apple, and stops B5, the price for grapes. Alright, so I'm going to just B2, then colon B5. So once you do this, you close your bracket. Once you do this, when you press enter, you see that it's going to highlight. So where it's highlighted is the cell that are being referenced. So this particular formula, so this particular function is not a formula anymore. This particular function, that is the sum function, is going to give the total sum of the prices for the these fruits, the products. So once you click enter, we're going to see this is 220. So we have 220, maybe naira or kobo or dollar. All right. So all right. So this is the total sum. Um Okay, now this once you click on it, it's going to go to the look at the formula bar. Once you look at the formula bar, it's going to reference show you the formula that was executed there. And we can also run subtraction also um, using this same the formula. So let's say you want to subtract the sum of, or you want to subtract the price of grape from orange. Let's say 100 minus 40. We want to do 100 minus 40. So what are you going to do? We're just going to do equals to, okay, so 100 is b5. Remember, this is b, so and this is 5, so b5, that's 100, equals to b5 minus then 40, which is b4, so b4, so it's going to be in the bracket, remember that. All right, then you press your enter. 60. So this reference that, okay, b5 minus b4, which is 100 minus 40 gives you 60. Very easy navigating through the um your Excel sheet, using formulas to make calculations instead of solving it manually using calculators. So Excel have built-in calculators. You just need to call a function or call a formula. Now remember, we have several formulas. We have the sum, we have the if, we have the sum if, we have the count, we have the count if. All right, so let's work on the average. So I want to get the average for the price. What's the average price? So I'm going to just type in this like what we did in our first class. Then I'll use the average function. So there's a function called average. Remember, a function starts with equals to. So equals to average. Open my bracket. So this is the range, the price tab from B2 to B5. So from B2 colon B5, then I close my bracket. So when I press enter, you see it gives me 55. Remember, your average is sum, that's you're summing all of these, divide by 4. That's 100 plus 40 plus 30 plus 50, then divide by 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how average works. Alright, so let me bold this like I taught in the previous class. So I will just come here, bold, click, home, bold. Alright, so the total sum is 220. The average is 55. That's for this price tab. Alright, so we have another beautiful formula called count. Beautiful function, sorry, called count. And this count function, what it does is that it counts the cells with numbers. It just counts how many cells have numbers, then it gives you the number of cells that are numerical. So remember, this is B. We're working on this B colon. So we have B1 price. Price is a string, it's a text, it's not it does not have any number here. So B2 50 is numerical, B3 30 is numerical, B4 40 is numerical, B5 100 is numerical. So if we are to work on from B1 to B5, if we are to count how many cells in this range are numerical, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them are numerical. But remember, price is not numerical. So to get that, there's a formula you can just use together instead of counting manually. So it's equals to count. So remember, here we're starting from B1 where price is included, to B5 All right, so we close the bracket, we click enter. So you see it gives us 4. So it does not include price, this B1, because it is an it contains a string, it contains strings, contains alphabets, right? We talk about another function called the if function. So the if function, what it does is that it performs a condition-based check. It looks at a condition. If the condition is fulfilled, it's going to give you a response. If it does not fulfill, it's also give you a response based on how you set it. Okay, this is how your WAEC and NECO results used. This how it was programmed. Where if you have 40, it automatically just put maybe a D there. If it is 80, greater than 80, it gives you an A. So let's do that here. So the if function. So I'll just if function here. Type if function. Okay, then we bold it. So come my home, then bold. Alright, now I want to do something beautiful. I want to say if the column, let's say if the cell B2, let's do this. So if B2, remember we are starting with equals to, if B2, which is the price for Apple, if B2 is less than 12, comma, now this is double quotes. Okay, print pass, then if not, it's going to print fail. Alright, so now this is it. I said if B2, I reference the cell B2 is less than 12, let the output be pass. So this is the first, this is the condition, B2 less than 12. Then this is the result. Okay, if it's less than 12, give pass. If not, that means if it is greater than 12, give fail. Now normally the content of B2 is 50. We know that 50 normally is greater than 12. So with this logic, we will have to see a fail, because we said if the content here 50 is less than 12, tell me it is pass. Is 50 less than 12? No. So what's it going to give us? Fail. So to confirm that, we just press enter and you see that it's going to give us fail. So we can even edit and say, okay, if B2 less than 12, okay, so just give us less than. So whatever we type inside this double quotes is what's going to print out. Okay, so greater than, so you say greater than, because 50 is no less than 12, so greater than. So we can use the if function to do that. Alright, so now I want us to work using these data sets. I'll send the data set to the group for us to be able to have access to it, a clean data set for us to be able to have access to it, easy to work. Alright, let's say I want to this is going to be our assignment. I'll just do one, then we'll do the rest. So let's say we want to get the total number of cells. Remember, if you want to get total number of cells, all you need to do is just to type price times quantity, right? Price times quantity gives you the total number of cells. Alright, so if we want to get the total cells here, with what we've been taught, there are two ways to do this. You can say equals to 50, which is price, that's for these apples, total number of cells for apple, 50 times 10, which gives us 500. This is normal, but this is not professional, because what we need to do now is to reference the cell. Now we're going to reference the cell. What is the cell number for the price of apple? Is B2, which is 50. So reference B2. So let's say B2, yeah, so times, that's your asterisk, times what is the quantity, the sell for quantity for apples, C2 times C2. Alright, so when we click enter here, it's going to give us 500. So total number of cells is 500. So when you do that, you can also do that for the second item, which is banana. So equals to um, banana is B3, that's the price for banana, B3 times okay, times C3, so when we click enter, so it gives us 450. So just imagine we have like hundreds of values, or maybe hundred of inputs. We have 100 rows. Yeah, maybe we have, after grape we have mango, we have tomato, and we have dozens of other stuff here. We can't be doing it one after the other. So there's what we do, which is one of the dynamism of Excel. You just drag, since you've implemented the formula on on a column, you've implemented it in one of the cells of a column. Once you just drag it down, it's going to automatically populate all other columns using the formula that was done on one of the columns. Now this first column, I've used it to reference all other columns. Now if you see, I did not type the code for, not type the formula or the function, sorry, for grapes. It gave me 500. That is 100 times 500. I did not type um impute the formula for oranges. It gave me 40 times 12. Why? Because I just dragged it. So this is what you do. So so I'm going to delete this. You have to practice this on your own. Alright, so what do we gain today? We're able to gain that formula and functions save time and reduce errors. Also, I've also learned the basic functions: sum for addition, average for average, count for counting, cells with numerical values, if for giving responses based on condition. So you have to practice regularly to master how to apply these formulas that are being taught. So that's what we are going to learn for today. So I'm going to send the datasets now to the group. Please do well to download the datasets and practice on it. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you.